Creative Brain Candy, by creators for creators.
What was made public about the Event Horizon, that she was a deep space research vessel, that her reactor went critical, and that the ship blew up, none of that is true. The Event Horizon was the culmination of a secret government project to create a spacecraft capable of faster than light flight.
Oh, no, excuse me. You see, you can't actually do that.
The law of relativity prohibits faster than light travel.
Relativity, yes, we can't break the law of relativity. We can go around it. The ship doesn't really go faster than light. What it does is it creates a dimensional gateway that allows it to jump instantaneously from one point of the universe to another light years away.
How?
Well, it's difficult to... It's all math.
Try us, Doctor.
Right, well, using layman's terms, use a rotating magnetic field to focus a narrow beam of gravitons. These, in turn, fold space-time consistent with Weyl tensor dynamics until the space-time curvature becomes infinitely large and you produce a singularity. Now, a singularity...
Layman's terms.
Well, fuck layman's terms. Do you speak English?
Imagine for a minute that this piece of paper...
No, excuse me. That's Vanessa and that's mine.
Attractive piece of paper represents space-time, and you want to get from point A here to point B there. Now, what's the shortest distance between 2 points?
A straight line.
Wrong. The shortest distance between 2 points is 0, and that's what the gateway does. It folds space so that point A and point B coexist in the same space and time. When the spacecraft passes through the gateway, space returns to normal. It's called a gravity drive.
How do you know all this?
I built it.
Well, I can see why they sent you.
So if the ship didn't blow up, then what happened?
Well, the mission was going perfectly, like a textbook. They reached safe distance using conventional thrusters. All systems looked good. They had the go-ahead to use the gravity drive to open the gateway to Proxima Centauri. And then they just disappeared, vanished without a trace. Until now.
Where's she been for the last 7 years, Doctor?
That's what we're here to find out.
And welcome to Smoking and Drinking in Space. This is a sci-fi podcast from a couple guys who think they know sci-fi. And this week, we are reviewing the film that shows the ship from literal hell coming back and eating all of its occupants. It stars Sam Neill and Morpheus. It is 1997's Event Horizon. But first, he is the Cowboy Curtis captain to my mad scientist, shitty ship designer. It is James. How are you doing, James?
Fuck, I was doing really good until I had to watch this stupid fucking movie.
Yeah, tell me about it. And he's the little boy who everybody calls Little Bear and looks nothing like a fucking bear, so I'm not sure where he got that goddamn nickname, but it's Rob. How are you doing, Rob?
It's because I call you Papa Bear at night.
I thought for sure you were going to say he's the little disabled boy that's really disabled. It's Rob.
What disabled boy?
Oh my God, did you watch this fucking movie or not?
There wasn't a disabled boy.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, James, what's happening around CBC this week?
Rob's still an idiot. We got good news. We've got bad news. Yeah, we watched the same show. You just didn't pay attention. There's good news and bad news this week around CBC. The good news is I got my rank back. I am now rank 50 on the Discord. Join our Discord server. Go to creativebraincandy.com. Click the Discord button. The bad news is gifts have been banned. I can no longer put gifts, not even Trump gifts, no gifts at all, under threat of giving Rob the server. So you're all welcome for me not doing gifts anymore because nobody wants fucking Rob in charge. Other than that, I mean, I don't know, stuff's still going. Like the two chicks from Stay Wild Trauma Child, like they're still working through some real heavy shit. If you're into heavy shit and you want to cry a lot, go listen to their podcast. It's actually really good. But if you don't want to cry and you still want to listen to their podcast, just play it on 1.75 speed. It's like listening to chipmunks. You won't cry. I promise. You can go listen to Spoiler They Die from a different couple of chicks. They're up in Canada. If they can ever, release an episode on time.
You mispronounced Canada.
Canada. My bad. If they can ever release an episode on time, go listen to them. Although you might cry just because it's Cat and Logan. It doesn't matter what speed you listen to it on. So I would just suggest slowing it way down because they talk super fast anyway. It's weird. The Video Game Lounge, they don't do news. They just play games and drink brews, which I dig. Listen to those guys. They're actually a lot of fun. Just play that at a normal speed, maybe a little slower because you want it to last longer, but not too much slower because you think they're drunk. Just slow enough that it lasts a little bit longer, kind of like what I do to Rob's mom every night. And then, of course, there's Simply Stogies. I smoke cigars. I talk about it. I talk with people in and around the industry. And that's a lot of fun for me. And I hope you too, if you are into the cigar culture. If not, well, probably don't listen to it because you'll be bored out of your mind. And then, of course, there's Static. Rob does that show and nobody cares. And that's all that's going on around CBC this week, Jason.
Well, thanks, James. Rob, you got any news for us this week?
Yeah.
Is it sci-fi news?
Yeah.
Oh,
did you research any of it?
No.
No.
All right.
You want science or you want science or you want fiction? Which one?
You said it was science fiction. You can't separate them and then complain.
I got a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B.
You can't have fictional news. That's called fake news. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's sci-fi. Do you want sci-fi or science?
Let's start with the science.
You want the science one?
Yeah,
first?
let's leave the sci-fi to the end since that is kind of our bread and butter.
All right. So there are black worms emerging from glaciers up on Mount Rainier in Washington.
You know what? I don't see race, so they're just worms.
No. Wow. All right.
Oh, shit.
All right. So apparently there are ice worms at Mount Rainier.
This show needs to get a little bit more woke. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. My bad. I'm sorry. They're just worms. They're all equal.
Thank you.
Anyway, so apparently these things, they wiggle around in the glacial ice eating algae, snow algae, and bacteria. And occasionally they come up for some sun. And it's really weird because they actually can't survive past 32 degrees Fahrenheit. They actually die. And yeah, so it's interesting.
So wait.
So they come out just to die?
No, they come out to warm up, I guess, and then they go back in, and they end up dying if the temperature around them drops.
This sounds like the
32.
white worms are trying to do genocide on the black worms and push them all out of their homes so that they get hot. But they're thankfully
they're gentrifying the glacier.
Yeah, but these worms of color are able to go back down and survive despite the racism from the white worms. So good on them.
So I've got a couple questions. First, how is this news and not just a general zoology lesson?
Because NASA is studying them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pertinent to the actual fucking news article, not just that, worms are coming out of goddamn glacier.
It was down below where it said read more. I didn't go that far.
Damn it.
Why are they studying them? Is there a pertinent reason?
He doesn't know. He didn't read that
they
far.
They think it could offer clues on how life can exist in extreme environments, possibly on other planets,
and how to push back against racism. All right,
and
I'm glad you read the article.
Yep.
What else you got, Rob? God, I swear to God, I get dumber every fucking time I listen to the news.
The more you know. Yep. All right. So our favorite producer, Alex Kurtzman, he signed a long-term deal with Viacom and CBS to lead the charge in the Star Trek universe. So, yay, he's in charge of Star Trek now.
So he's like the Kevin Feige of the Trek universe?
Yeah, we'll see how far that goes. But apparently he is going to be the head of the Star Trek television universe through at least 2026.
I swear to
So
Christ.
they're still separating the Star Trek film franchise from the television universe.
No,
apparently,
I'm out.
yeah.
I'm out. I don't care then. I don't care. Look, here's the thing. If you're going to make a universe, make a fucking universe, all right? Marvel did the same shit where they're like, we're going to share a universe. And then, no, we're not. No, we're going to separate universes. There's a television universe and there's a movie universe. DC has done that from the beginning, and now DC can't figure out what universe they want to even make movies in. So for Star Trek to do this, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, seriously, just let's fuck. Why does everything suck? Everything fucking sucks on this planet anymore. I'm done. I want off this fucking rock.
Okay, so you got any more news articles like that?
With that trigger James.
Best kind.
No, that's all I had today.
You just had two. You took two shits all week.
Two.
You took two fucking shits all week.
What is wrong with it?
Did you have a lot of cheese?
We're going to be talking about this during your performance review.
All right, that's fine. You know what? I built a 19 million kilo ship.
Yes, we did.
A video game. Yeah, and it can't move.
Well, let me talk about real life real quick, because your mom gave me a performance review and it was an A++.
That's not real life. That's fantasy.
Yeah, it sounds fantastical.
Well, she didn't. I mean, it's Rob's mom. She doesn't know. I could be terrible in bed. She's like, oh, it's better than what I had.
Wow. Not only are you like making fun of me and my mom, but now you're bringing my dad into this.
I'm trying to get the whole family in. Do you have any sisters or brothers?
That I'm not telling you.
God damn it. I'll ask your mom tonight. She'll tell me.
All right. Who's ready for a pod crawl?
Yeah, please.
Let's do this.
Wait, did you remember to do it?
Yes, I remember to do it, asshat.
Okay.
We can call it, I don't know, say a pod crawl? The pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Excellent! Insert it deep! Pod crawl! Kind of like a space suppository full of information.
In an optimistic future, where we establish a moon base in 2015 and mine Mars in 2036, we also aren't quite sure what orbital mechanics are, since we place ships in orbit in planetary atmospheres. One such ship is the Event Horizon, an experimental ship that was testing faster than light travel, but disappeared during the test. It's back, like herpes, and the ship Lewis and Clark has been tasked with taking the man who designed and built the ship, likely with the help of Cenobites, and its technology to recover the prodigal vessel, and the data it contains. Weir, who keeps his name on his undershirts so he doesn't forget who he is anxious to get on board, as it was his life's work and first love, even sidelining his wife. Morpheus, the captain of the Lewis and Clark, is all too happy to get him on board so he and his crew can get back to their interrupted vacation. However, once on board, the crew start seeing and hearing strange things, like screaming and mutilated former crew members, and it's not even Burning Man season. The first victim is young Justin, aka Little Bear, because he looks nothing like a bear, who witnesses the ship's core open up and touches the gooey black center. After that, he's pretty much comatose, but still more literate than Rob. Then Weir starts to see his dead wife. The captain sees the dead comrade he let burn to death. The medtech Peter sees her not dead son for some reason, and various hijinks ensue. After continually separating, seeing and experiencing weird shit, coming together to complain about seeing and experiencing weird shit, then separating again, they come to the conclusion the ship is haunted or alive or something. They decide to nope the fuck out after the damage to the Lewis and Clark is fixed, but Weir has a hang-up about leaving his baby behind, and probably fucked the ship at some point, because he seems to be just that kind of guy, claws his eyes out in a psychotic breakdown, and goes full malevolent, being complete with super strength, bloody teeth and deep, raspy voice. He starts murdering crew, beginning with the doctor by flaying him open, and hanging him up as room decor, then blows up the Lewis and Clark along with the only sane person on the mission, so that nobody can leave the ship from hell. Morpheus has had enough of stroking the egos of prima donnas with god complexes, and decides to take out Weir, but gets distracted when his exo is knocked out on the bridge. Weir gets the upper hand by magically teleporting Morpheus' gun to his own hand, but is startled by the third medical crew member showing up outside after miraculously being able to jetpack his way back to the ship after being blown out into space with the remains of the L and C. Weir shoots the windshield, breaches the hull, causes the wind generators in the back of the ship to fire up, and gets blown out into space. Morpheus saves Stark. Cooper decides an airlock is an easier way to get back on a ship, and they make plans to bug the fuck out. But Weir has started the countdown to make a jump into the worst dimension again, so Morpheus has to go manually arm all the explosives that will separate the core from the rest of the ship. Stark and Cooper prepare the front as a life raft and turn on the emergency "Please help us, we are dumbasses" signal, and Morpheus heads to have his final confrontation, because just like herpes and the Event Horizon, Weir is back. Weir tosses M around for a bit while vomiting up a monologue about being home. Morpheus sacrifices himself and blows the explosives just in the nick of time, and rolls Stark having a nightmare about being in this movie just before they get rescued. Credits.
All right, Event Horizon, 1997's horror sci-fi piece of shit movie that really makes no fucking sense and was there just for the visuals and the jump scares.
Who did this? Who put
W.S.
this on the
Anderson.
list?
Oh, Red put this on the list.
He hates you, by the way. Like I feel like he didn't like you, so this is why it's on the list.
Well, I mean, he liked the movie. He really liked the movie.
I don't think he really did. I think he just liked to
trolling you. Troll you. Yeah.
How can we troll Jason today?
Event Horizon?
Yeah. Event Horizon.
That's how we're going to do it?
That's how he did it.
We're doing it.
I don't think so.
Let me tell you how this film got made. Let me just tell you how this film got made. Paramount called in the writer of this film, Paul W.S. That was the director. Yeah, Philip Eisner is the guy who wrote this.
Mm-hmm.
So Paramount called Eisner in because Eisner said he had this great idea for a movie, and he's like, "All right." So he sat down with Paramount. He said, "Okay, guys, this is what I need you to do. I need you to just close your eyes. I'm going to take you on a journey with me." So one night, me and a buddy, we found this bag of mushrooms on the ground. And we thought it was a good idea to put it on pizza. So we put all of them on like a one of those frozen pizzas, and we split it. And we started tripping. Red Baron. And we started tripping fucking balls while we watched a Star Trek marathon, followed by the movie Aliens, followed by the movie Hellraiser, followed by 4 hours of a televangelist.
Stayed up that long?
And this is the brainchild of that bad fucking trip. And Paramount went, "We're in. Write it. Let's do it."
Yeah, I can totally see that being plausible.
That's exactly what this movie is.
Yeah, because the ship kind of looked like a Klingon Katinga class fucked a marionette.
A giraffe? It had this long neck for some reason, because then you could blow it up.
And they needed to be able to sprint from one end to the other.
Right. Yeah. So they were like, that's like the saucer section separating from the drive section on Enterprise and Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes that tracks. And then they were like, well, let's just throw some alien horror in it. And they're like, yeah, it's a good idea, but wait, it gets better. It's like Billy Mays, but wait, there's more. What if the alien is just a demon? What?
Oh.
Yes, they went to fucking hell. Really? Oh my God, that's amazing. That televangelist was just talking about that. We're all going to hell anyway. What if we do that? Yes. And instead of the demon or Satan or whoever the fuck this is from whatever dimension wanting the entire solar system to follow him into hell, what if he just wants these 3 people that are still alive?
Yeah, just those 3.
Just those 3. That makes a lot of goddamn sense. Let's do it. Yep.
So you actually missed one of the main influences on this movie, and Rob will know what this influence is. So one of the main influences of this movie is actually Warhammer 40K. Because in Warhammer 40K, one of the things that they use for faster than light travel is called the warp. And if your ship isn't shielded, the warp is kind of an extra dimensional.
Okay.
If
tracking.
The warp is an extra dimensional kind of place that spans time and space. You basically move up into the dimension, and you're able to travel to other places in space. But in the warp, it's full of chaos, and so that chaos can inhabit your ship if it's not shielded correctly. And so, yeah, he took kind of inspiration from that, and players of Warhammer 40K kind of consider this an unofficial prequel to that series.
Huh. You know what other starships had a singularity in them?
Oh, the Romulan.
That's right, the Romulan warbirds. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't that their engine or whatever?
That was their power.
Engine.
Yeah.
Instead of
spikes?
dilithium crystals, they used tiny black
feel
holes.
like he was influenced a lot by Geiger, H.R. Geiger, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, H.R. Giger.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's definitely got a design aesthetic, sort of kind of like Clive Barker and Giger. That's one
Except
of the
it's
that's
not good.
One of the quibbles that I have is, why would this guy design this ship in this fucking horror gothic, or this gothic horror design? I mean, it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah,
have to maintain the magnetic field.
Well, you can do that without doing all the
No, you have to have spikes.
and a meat grinder.
That's how you keep the magnetic field stable, is the spikes.
This is more horror than it is sci-fi.
It is.
There's elements of sci-fi to it. Well, you can ask me the
it's
question
got
later.
a sci-fi foundation.
Yeah, but it's just more.
Yeah, but then
it's more
gets rid of
Hellraiser
it.
than Star Trek.
And I would have been okay if he'd gotten on the ship and said, "This is different. This has changed because this is not the ship that I designed. This doesn't look like the same ship." That would have brought about more mystery. I don't.
That's how he designed it.
Right.
Well, and I would have been okay if the bad guy would have been like, "I'm going to take over this dimension now." Like, it's basically just the lives of these 5-6 fucks that were sent on this fucking suicide mission to begin with. It's just their lives. That's it. Like, no other lives are at stake.
And they kind of acknowledge that in the fucking movie itself when Morpheus is telling Weir, he's like, "Your ship killed its crew." And Morpheus and Weir was just like, "Well, yeah, but it's got a new crew now." What the fuck?
It's Cowboy Curtis. This movie only works for me if Lawrence Fishburne is Cowboy Curtis. Like, I'm just saying. Like, that's really the only way this fucking movie works for me.
Yeah, he has the wrong hair for Cowboy Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not super familiar with Pee Wee Herman, so I didn't even know he was.
Didn't
Cowboy
you watch
Curtis.
Pee Wee's Playhouse?
No, I
growing up?
didn't.
How the hell did you not watch this growing up? We're the same age, Jason. It was
I know,
on CBS every
I know.
Saturday morning.
I know.
Oh,
I didn't
loved
watch it.
I know you are, but what am I? That's a terrible Pee Wee Herman. Still better than what Rob can do.
I don't know. I don't believe you. Rob, do Pee Wee Herman.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
No, the pattern's empty. Pattern's wide open. Just do Pee Wee Herman.
I am not giving you content to fill in what obviously is a failed show. This episode This episode has failed.
Well, if
This
anybody
movie
knows what a
failed.
failure is, it would be.
It is. I do. Yes. This episode. This
And his mom. She
this
is
movie.
She is very upset about the failure. Rob has
sucked so hard. Like, I knew it was gonna be terrible with the opening credits. When they had 90s rock going on, sci-fi rock.
And a black hole portrayed as a bathroom drain, a bathtub drain.
Yeah, this is gonna suck. Yep.
You know what made this movie infinitely better?
Nothing.
The ending?
Like barely paying attention to it while it was on.
Yeah. Okay.
Made
There
this movie
wasn't a
infinitely
lot
better.
to pay attention to anyway. I mean, it was basically everybody goes their own way. They see weird shit. They come together and say, "I saw weird shit." Half the people believe them, half the people don't. So they go and do that. They rinse and repeat 2 more times until everybody's finally, okay, so maybe there's weird shit going on. And then all the shit hits the fan at once.
Yeah, I liked that the guy from the Cooper is in Rookie now, the TV show. I was like,
Here's
hey.
what what I didn't like, because there's literally nothing about this movie I liked aside from the credits. Aside when it was over and I could turn it off. Like, there's nothing about this movie that I like. Not one goddamn thing. But here's some things that I really hated about this movie. Number one, it sets up some kind of weird sequel because Lieutenant Stark woke up with the same kind of weird dream / premonition that Weir woke up with. So kind of hinting at, Hellraiser's not dead. He's coming back. Like, he's going to get you. Like, I know he gives a shit. Like they supposedly destroyed the gateway. So, it's like it did its one last hurrah. Like, it's not coming back.
Right.
So like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So I
don't know.
that.
There's nothing preventing it from coming back.
Maybe. Isn't there?
I mean, the core, it was connected to the front part of the ship by just that corridor.
Right. But yeah, I guess it could come back. Fuck, I hope it doesn't. I really don't want a sequel, especially this much later. Although
Amazon's making a TV series based off of this movie.
Who is?
Amazon.
When?
Fuck, they're just hurting for content.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
That was Night Flyers, wasn't it?
No. Night Flyers was totally different.
No, it wasn't. It was just like Event Horizon, a possessed ship killing everybody.
But was the ship really possessed? Like,
It
that's
was
the other thing.
It was an AI in Night Flyers.
But was this ship possessed? This is another thing that I hated. They kept saying that it was the ship trying to kill them, but it wasn't. It was some entity that came back with the ship. Didn't become the ship. The ship wasn't like, if the ship was trying to kill them, it would have succeeded by just shutting off all life support or just venting atmosphere. Like, the ship could decide to do these things if it was indeed the ship was possessed. So the ship was not possessed. It was a poor choice of scripting, of wording to say that the ship was the one actively trying to kill him. It was whatever entity came back through the singularity with the ship. That's what was trying to kill them. And the entity was inhabiting the same space as those people. It was basically inside the ship. It was not inside the ship.
So you don't buy the theory that said that the ship came back alive and it was kind of like it's
absolutely not. No.
Immune system trying to get rid of them.
No, because it could have just jumped. It wouldn't have needed a body to hit to start the gate again. It could have just chosen to do that.
Yeah, so I can see that.
Yeah, so I have a huge problem with that. I also have a real problem with how racist and misogynistic this movie was.
Okay, let's hear it.
So it's woke time with Crowley, because again, this show just needs to get a little bit more woke than what it has been. I'm just saying it. All right. Like the black guy, the African-American guy, fucking
Which
had
one?
to sacrifice, fucking Cowboy Curtis had to sacrifice himself so that everybody else could live. Why did it have to be him? Why couldn't the white guy do it?
He was the captain?
He had the
I
detonator?
think that's bullshit. And why wasn't there a woman captain?
There was a woman first officer.
No, she could be first officer. But I'm sorry, honey. That's the glass ceiling right there in sci-fi.
Look. They did their due diligence. A woman survived and a black guy survived.
And a white guy survived. Why did that white guy have to survive?
He was in a coma.
There was already a white woman that survived. Look,
and he was all fucked up.
Number one, the patriarchy really needs to be taken down, especially in the future, for a future that's so optimistic that by 2015 we're going to have bases on the moon.
We are?
Yeah.
That's what it said. In that kind of future, there is no patriarchy, but apparently there still is, because a man is in charge. And then that man, who happens to be black, has to sacrifice himself? No. Sacrifice the white folks, okay? That's who needs to be sacrificed in order for more equality and diversity. And
but they did make the old white guy the antagonist, though.
Yeah, look.
So you give him points for that.
That didn't work for me either, and I'm going to tell you why. Again, that's like it's not equal. Why couldn't the black guy be the bad guy too?
You can't have it both ways.
I think I can, and that's woke time with Crowley.
Jeez.
Thank you.
That is exactly the reaction you should have.
Confusion?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, God. I don't know where to go from there.
Perfect. I have derailed the show. Let's just end it.
I've got a haiku.
I can have a limerick ready here in just a second.
There once was a show called Satis.
No, I mean, even the special effects were kind of
Crappy.
Crappy. For 1997, they were not all that great. And they were inconsistent, too. Oh, yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
You don't know?
Okay. They looked all right to me.
Okay, they said everything inside was frozen, right? And then they had a water bottle go right by the camera with sloshing water inside.
I didn't see the sloshing water on, so I watched it on Amazon. I had to rent it on Amazon.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And on it, because I looked for that when that water bottle went by. I'm like, okay, they said it was frozen, and on mine it was frozen. It wasn't sloshing around.
Yeah, it was sloshing around.
The coolant was sloshing around.
No,
that just looked like
the water. The water in the bottle was sloshing.
It wasn't on my. It wasn't on my screen.
And the inconsistencies of this show. They said they were in orbit, and they were in the atmosphere. That's not how orbits work.
Yeah, why? Why? I mean, it was like, oh, we're 200 meters away from it and you can't see the thing, and then all of a sudden it shows up and you can stop on a dime?
Right.
Yeah. No. I've played enough Space Engineers. There's no stopping on a dime.
Well, there is if you have big enough engines. But
you ride that bitch all the way through and you splat.
Yeah. The science in this kind of sucked.
Hey, especially okay, so it's so choppy, and then the minute they find it, it clears up and everything's nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Well, they stopped. They were just hovering at that point, weren't they?
I mean, they were
in
hovering.
the atmosphere.
Yeah.
No, well, they were just floating because that's the other thing. I know they were on Neptune, right? Was it Neptune or Uranus? I forget. It was probably around Uranus.
No.
Are you sure? Because I'm fairly confident there's probably a big black hole there too.
Yep. There is.
Yeah. Okay.
Gaping.
Oh, gross. It's just what the fuck is wrong with you, Rob?
It's as big as a hat.
Right. But I know the atmosphere would be toxic, and I don't I'm not going to science Neptune because I don't give a shit. But would he have really had the big bear, little bear, whatever the fuck his name was when he went out the airlock? Would he have? It's not a vacuum, but that's what they were treating it as, right?
Well, they were treating where they were at as orbit. So, yeah, it would have been a vacuum because they shouldn't have been in the atmosphere, yet there were clouds all around. It was turbulent. You don't get turbulence in orbit.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So they said they were in orbit, but they didn't look like they were in orbit. So so if they weren't in orbit, because it didn't look like they were in orbit,
they would have been
even
falling
on Neptune
towards the center of the planet.
Right. Yeah.
At about... Well, I think Neptune has, they would have been at terminal velocity.
Yeah.
Neptune has about 110% of the gravity that Earth has.
You don't know that. I mean, we don't know. We've never been to Neptune. They have.
Well, we haven't been to Neptune in the year 2047 yet.
We have been to Neptune. We've had several satellites that have gone to
2047.
Neptune.
Not in 2047.
Not in 2047.
What?
We lost all our knowledge.
That's when all this takes place. So you don't know what the gravity on Neptune is going to be.
It could change. It could change.
You're not there.
It could reverse itself.
Yeah, you're not there to observe it.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Oh my God, the stupid. It hurts.
Kind of like this show.
Yeah.
This movie was stupid. It hurt.
This movie burned, not in a good way.
It was so bad.
Oh fuck.
But yeah, he wouldn't have so even if he was in vacuum, the physiological effects of vacuum wouldn't have been like what they portrayed in the movie. His eyes wouldn't have spewed blood out of them. He wouldn't have frozen. No.
You know who gets it right? The Expanse.
The Expanse, yeah.
Yeah, they get it right. This show completely, okay, look, this show just fucked everything up. They fucked up hell. They fucked up interdimensional travel. They fucked up faster than light travel. They fucked up orbits. They fucked up atmosphere. They fucked up everything. There's not one thing about this show, this fucking dumb movie, that they didn't fuck up.
I mean, even Lawrence Fishburne's and Sam Neill was.
They were dude, this is what Red used to call an alimony movie.
Sam Neill was phoning it in. Lawrence Fishburne was overacting for some fucking reason. It was just, it was not good.
I think he was coming off his stint as Cowboy Curtis.
Yeah, this was a few years before The Matrix, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. This was not Red Pill, Blue Pill Morpheus.
No, this was
Cowboy Curtis.
This was Boys in the Hood. Lawrence Fishburne.
I don't want to. I don't like. Here's the thing. I'm not trying to speak ill of Lawrence Fishburne. I think he's a great actor. I think he really is. I think he's come into his own over the years. I think he's fantastic. But there's a couple of things that no matter what Lawrence Fishburne tries to do, he is just not. One of those is an action hero. So this movie tried to portray him as an action hero with not a lot of action and just more hero.
I thought he was fine as Morpheus.
Yeah, but that's not an action hero.
Yeah, he
didn't
was.
have to play. He wasn't.
No.
He didn't get top billing. The action hero in The Matrix was Keanu Reeves, and nobody
but he was
thought
trained
that was
by
work.
Morpheus.
No,
For like
barely.
a hot fucking minute. Like all they had to do was upload. Oh, I know kung fu. Like, oh shit, Morpheus didn't have to teach him anything. They just uploaded the shit to him.
He was a glorified pharmacist.
Morpheus was not an
pill
action.
pusher.
He was okay. I don't know if I'd go that far. Morpheus was more of the old man on the mountain.
Well, yeah, but he still fought Agent Smith. He still trained
got his ass kicked.
Neo into how to use the kung fu that he learned. I mean, he was he was wiping the fucking ground with Neo up until the very end.
He had wires to help him.
He had the Wachowski sisters, brothers. I don't know what they are now.
They're
he had them.
sisters now, yeah.
Sure. Whatever their pronouns are, helping him. He's just not an action hero. He's not an action star. He's not that guy. He can play the old man on the mountain that has all the knowledge. He can play, I think he plays that very well. He can play Cowboy Curtis like nobody's business, but he cannot play an action hero starship captain. Like he just can't. Plus his the supporting cast wasn't the one guy, I know I'm going one guy. He was one of the white guys. So that you got a 1 in 3 shot of figuring it out. Wasn't Bear.
Isaacs?
Yeah, Jason Isaacs. He's wasn't he the guy from The Patriot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Patriot, Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, all this stuff. He's a great actor. And even in this, you're just like,
he was in Harry Potter,
why
that
did
had
you,
a lot of
yeah,
action.
why did you take this again? Alimony movie. So I'm not sure what the two chicks, what they were trying to pay off, maybe student loans. I don't know, but I'm trying to figure it out because nobody should have ever taken this movie. They should have read this script and ran because this is not an A movie. It's not an A-list movie. It is literally it's not even a B movie. It's like a C movie at best with a little bit better special effects. Okay, soundtrack. The soundtrack's not that great. And just the absolute, just the worst, just dog shit writing and plot.
Yeah, you got to wonder what Sam Neill was doing in this movie. I mean, they must have backed up a truckload of fucking money for him to sign that contract.
Not as much as you would think. It only cost $60 million.
Do you think that some of these
50
guys
of it was Sam Neill?
Yeah. Do you think some of these guys in Hollywood peruse? They don't really read the script. They just kind of glance at it, peruse, and go, "Ooh, we can get to hell through space. Count me in. This sounds like a philosophical journey. I think I'll take this."
Maybe. I mean, it might explain some of the fucking casting choices and the reason that you got some A-list actors in D-list movies.
Oh my God. But then some of these actors you never heard from again. Like what? Like the two chicks, were they in anything after this?
I think so, yeah. I recognize the med tech from some stuff. Kathleen Quinlan.
Quinlan, yeah. She
She was in some stuff. She was in American Graffiti.
That was
Apollo
before,
13.
right?
Yeah, that was way before.
Okay,
That was in
Apollo
the
13
70s.
came
Yeah, was there
before.
anything after this?
Oh, yeah,
that they
she
were
played
in?
What's-His-Face's wife in Apollo 13.
But that was prior.
So after
Lovell
this,
was
she
wife.
was in Lawn Dogs, My Giant, Civil Action,
None of those I've
Shaker
ever seen.
Heights.
No.
Oh,
Nope.
The Hills Have Eyes.
No.
You haven't
Adult
seen The
film,
Hills
A
Have
Hollywood
Eyes?
Tale.
Yeah, I don't do horror. I think horror's stupid. If you want my
Adult
honest
film, A
opinion.
Hollywood Tale. Yeah, she's in that.
I'll watch that. That sounds like a good one. I'm going to put that on my personal list.
Electra Lux? I don't know
It's
what
a
that is.
comedy. It's a comedy.
Yeah.
So
she's
yeah,
been
she really hasn't done anything.
All right. What about the other one? What? The
let's
blonde
look
chick?
at television. Maybe she did
Okay,
some
okay.
stuff
So
there.
she did some stuff in television. She was in House.
Well, I mean, but these are
Like, wait, for an
one-off
episode?
roles.
Wait, was she in an episode of House, or
And
was she in
one
multiple?
episode. She had
that
multiple
doesn't count.
roles in
Yeah,
Prison
these
Break,
are. Yeah, no, she hasn't
Doesn't
really done
count.
anything since then.
Chicago.
All right.
So-
what about Stark?
Stark. So I've seen her in some stuff too. The Patriot. She was in the Patriot.
Oh, Red Sparrow. Okay.
Oh yeah, she was in the Patriot. You're right. That she had a bit part in that. I mean,
She was in The
it
Girl
like-
with the Dragon Tattoo.
That's a good movie.
The Red Sparrow. That was.
I haven't seen
remember
Red
her.
Sparrow.
That's not bad.
Okay.
So she's had 2 roles.
No, she's had several. I mean, she's
so-
worked. It's just these are the more mainstream titles.
Vampire Academy.
Yeah,
You've probably
that's-
watched that, haven't you?
That's a sci-fi series, I think.
Right. Okay. So she's had some bit parts in some big movies, but nothing like her career kind of did not take the trajectory that she thought it was going to after she was like, this sounds like a
Yeah,
great
she was
movie.
in The Tudors. She
Yeah,
was in a
okay,
main
so-
role in The Tudors.
Okay. Well, good for her trying to make a comeback after this shit show. What about Little Bear?
Justin.
Yeah, he's been in things.
Has he?
I recognized him. Yeah.
He's one of those guys that you recognize, but you can't tell what he's been in.
God, I really hope it's just been gay porn.
What was he
Let's
in?
see. He was in.
U571.
Yeah, that's right. He was one of the.
He was the dude that
ensigns.
did the reactor.
Yeah.
He's the one that fixed the reactor and
then
got all
died.
nasty. Yeah.
And then died, and everybody
Yeah.
cried. All right.
It
so I
seems
see
to
what-
be a recurring theme
I see.
for him.
He's been typecast. All right.
Yeah.
What else?
Hey, we need a dude to die. Call Justin.
I'm it.
He was in Undercover Brother, Unconditional Love, A Dennis the Menace Christmas.
Yeah. Okay. So nothing except you.
TV roles. He was in an episode of The Outer Limits.
Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
He doesn't have any real TV roles. So yeah, this is pretty much a fucking career killer. Killer movie. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, was Sam Neill in anything after this?
Oh yeah,
Besides
he's
anything
been
that
in
was
a lot
Jurassic
of
Park.
stuff after this. Yeah,
Are
I
you-
mean,
okay.
this didn't totally kill his career, but
It
so
should.
he was in The Horse Whisperer after this. He was in Bicentennial Man after this. Of course, the Jurassic Park, Dirty Deeds, Perfect Strangers,
Well, Jurassic
Under
Park
the
was
Mountain.
93.
Jurassic Park
Oh, yeah,
3.
but there were sequels.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in some
Daybreakers,
stuff.
Peter
Backtrack.
Rabbit. He's in Thor: Love and
Ragnarok.
Thunder, and Thor Ragnarok as the Odin actor.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Like, good for Sam Neill. This didn't kill his career, and obviously didn't kill Cowboy Curtis's career. So kudos to them for not letting this shit show do it. But everybody else, except for they just killed their career. Done. Like 3 of them went on to have at least semi-successful careers in Hollywood. The others just kind of get bit parts here and
Yeah,
there.
this definitely wasn't a career launcher.
No.
This could only hurt.
Yeah. 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 There's like, it's movies. Like, we watch it so you don't have to. Like, please don't watch this movie. Like, unless you're just unless you're a masochist. If you're a masochist, you just want to make yourself feel bad.
Oh,
or
yeah,
maybe
this
make
is
yourself
the movie for you.
Yeah, or maybe make yourself feel better about who you are. Watch this movie. Otherwise, don't watch it.
But I mean, even Paul W. Anderson isn't a bad director, and he couldn't make this fucking film good. Now, he's not a great director. He's had some flops, too. He came
Like
into notoriety through
Event
Mortal
Horizon.
Kombat. Yeah. Event Horizon is one of them. Some of the Resident Evils are a lot of them.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching those.
You should.
That's sci-fi, isn't it?
Oh my God, he's doing the Monster Hunter movie. Why?
Fuck.
Even he can't make this movie good.
Look, a wise man once said, "You can't polish a turd, Beavis." So,
but even I'm looking at the reception he's gotten on the movies that he's made, and they ain't great. So maybe I need to revise my thesis on this. I mean, I like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat as a movie was fun.
The original?
Yeah, the original.
The original is fucking. I saw that in the movie theater in one day. I saw it 4 or 5 times.
And it only gets like a 47 on Rotten Tomatoes.
And
but this gets a 29 on Rotten Tomatoes.
27.
He was only a director.
27. I'm sorry. I don't want to give it more points.
Right. Yeah, let's not go overboard here.
27 sounds more accurate.
The Three Musketeers was a fun movie.
That was a good movie. That's
it only gets 26. It gets less than this movie.
Wait. Is that the one with Robin and the guy?
No.
This one, no. This one is Matthew McFadden, Logan Learman, and Ray Stevenson, and Mila Jovovich.
Oh, this is the newer one.
Orlando Bloom.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that one.
No, I don't want to see that one. The one with Robin and
yeah. That was fun.
That was a Disney one, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think so. It's got John Malkovich as the Cardinal. Yeah.
Yes.
But the Resident Evil movies, the first Resident Evil was pretty good. Second Resident Evil wasn't bad. The rest of them sucked balls, except for the very last one, and it wasn't even really great.
That's what this movie reminds me of. It reminds me of all the shitty fucking Resident Evil movies.
Yeah, it really does.
Has anybody watched Monster Hunter yet?
No.
I don't watch shit shows unless they're on the list.
Well,
Monster Hunter doesn't count.
Thank God.
Why?
Wait,
how does it count?
That doesn't fall into superhero, does it?
No, but
okay, then good. Then it doesn't. Yeah, doesn't count.
How does it not count? They get teleported. That's science. That's more sci-fi than.
How did they get teleported?
Mad Max.
It's a monster film.
Yeah, but they get teleported to a different planet.
Look, I fought to have fucking the new Godzilla on here because he's like, it's a kaiju movie. I'm like, but Godzilla is made through science. That's a kaiju movie. Like, fuck. All right. Like, look, here's the thing.
I consented. I said, okay, so kaiju is technically a subgenre of sci-fi.
Wait, so it's on the list?
It is on the list. I told you it's on the list.
Oh, well, then perfect. Then I side with Jason. Shut the fuck up, Rob. I got what I wanted, which was kaiju movies and not whatever bullshit you're trying to do.
A sudden storm pulls them into a portal to the new world where they
that sounds fantastical to me.
That does sound fantastical. True. It sounds a little bit like a closet.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're going to make Rob's case for him?
I just accidentally did. God damn it.
You did, yeah.
Fuck. No, it doesn't sound like
if it gets on the list, it's going to have James's name next to it. So.
God damn it. No, it does not go on the list. I know. Do not put that fucking...
You're lucky. You look it up. Monster Hunter is action, adventure, and fantasy.
Thank fucking Christ.
Yeah, we're okay there.
Whew, dodge that bullet.
Wait, so if that's if kaiju shit is on the list, we can do Pacific Rim, can't we?
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love Pacific.
Pretty sure Pacific Rim is already on the list.
Well, let's hurry up and...
Wait, yeah, I was going to say, like, Real Steel. I know you did Real Steel.
Pacific Rim is on the list.
Real Steel's on the list. Fucking Pacific Rim should have been on the list a while ago.
It is.
Okay, good. I'm just saying.
I hope we pick it for next week.
Next week we're doing New Guy or
Free Guy.
Free Guy.
Well,
New Guy, Free Guy.
Let's
some
be
guy.
Honest.
Cream of some guy. The cream of some young guy.
Yeah, so you and I are doing Free Guy.
I'm doing the trailers.
James is going to watch the trailers.
That's all I'm doing is the trailers.
All right, James, I got a question for you.
Does it have to do about being woke?
No.
Is this movie more woke than...
That should be the new segment.
So is this shitty-ass sci-fi horror film about a ship that, like, eats its inhabitants More sci-fi than 11/22/63.
Fuck you for asking me this question, because unfortunately, I like there's a spaceship and there's an alien, but is it an alien? Because then it's just more religious than 11/22/63. But I mean, there's moon bases in 2015. That's science fiction. We don't got moon bases in 2021. Fuck, we won't have moon bases in 2040, guaranteed. Fucking governments will fuck that up. Like the women can't be captains. It's more sci-fi than 11/22/63. Yeah, there's a fucking closet and time travel, but like it's not really time travel. You're not traveling through time. You travel through a closet.
This is not time travel.
It's fucking weird. Yeah, no, but I wish there was. If there was an element of time travel to this movie, it still would have been fucking terrible.
All right, Rob, you got a haiku for us this week?
Yeah, I made this one up about 5 minutes before the show. This one is titled Forced to Watch. This movie was crap. This haiku will be crap too. Red hates us so much.
It's actually not bad.
Oh my God. Who's got awards?
Yeah.
All right, Rob, who's got your black lung?
I gave the black lung to what's that guy's name? Smith, the pilot.
Yep.
Smoking cigarettes after he pilots and while he's messing with explosives.
Yeah. James?
Yeah. That's same for me.
Yeah. Smith's gonna get mine too. He's the guy.
Oh, it's a threesome.
This is not your fucking show.
No, this is not your show.
No.
He's gonna get mine too. He's the one that basically doled out the cigarettes to everybody and smoked a bunch of them himself. So he's getting mine. All right, James, who's got your head lush?
Head lush goes. I didn't see any alcohol.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, so mine goes to who is our head lush? Doc Cottle?
Honorary Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson, that's right, the guy who would steal kisses on purpose.
On the Family Feud.
Family Feud, yeah, and he was also in Hogan's Heroes. Love that show. Yeah.
Well, he was also in Demolition Man.
Look,
or not Demolition Man, The Running Man.
Yeah, Hogan's Heroes was the shit. All right,
I liked it.
Yeah, so I'm giving it to Richard Dawson from Hogan's Heroes.
But Hogan's Heroes isn't sci-fi.
It's more sci-fi than 11/22/63.
It is not.
I beg to differ.
Hey, they had a tunnel.
Because they had a tunnel, and the French guy was actually halfway competent. So more sci-fi than 11/22/63.
So mine's going to go to honorary Richard Dawson as well. Rob, I should have asked you first, but I don't care.
That's fine. I gave mine actually to Cooper for offering the ladies something hot and black. Coffee. I meant coffee.
No, but he didn't. He that's not what he meant.
No, that's true.
That's kind of sexual harassment, right?
That is, yeah. Like
it's okay. In 2047, there's no sexual harassment.
I'm just saying, like that's like this movie is not like it needs to go to a woke school because like that you can't do that.
This movie should be canceled.
They absolutely cancel fucking.
I think it was.
Rob, who has your player award?
Oh man, I gave it to the Event Horizon crew for sexy time and mutilation. Not to be confused with sexy time and self.
You can't say it. He can't say
autoerotic asphyxiation.
That's what it is. Autoerotic asphyxiation. Yeah,
he can't fucking say it.
You are a fucking tool,
James.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the original crew of the Event Horizon for the blood orgy.
Okay, so I'm going to give it to Cooper for offering something black and hot.
That's sexual harassment. Jason, we're going to need you to go to HR.
I'm here.
I was going to do
Jason,
that. Yeah,
you can't say things like that.
Yeah, I was going to do that too because it's kind of my shtick.
The men don't like it.
Anytime somebody does something inappropriate, like ha ha ha, but blood orgy greater than inappropriateness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
right, James,
if you were, that's what you would have gone with, but that's not what you were saying.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if I had my choice of sexually harassing a woman or blood orgy.
Blood orgy
just,
all the way.
Blood orgy, yeah.
All right.
God. James, who's got your player or your purple hippo?
My purple hippo goes to Philip Eisner for writing this shit show while obviously on LSD watching Star Trek, Hellraiser, and a televangelist thing for 4 hours.
You forgot Alien.
Oh, and Alien, yes.
Rob?
I just gave it to everybody in the movie.
For signing on and doing this.
Just signing on, doing it, even inside the show itself. I mean, everybody was tripping balls. Everybody was seeing things or hearing things. The only guy that didn't was Smith, who was outside the ship the whole time because he knew it was fucked up.
He wasn't outside the whole time. He just didn't spend a lot of time inside the ship.
Yeah, because he was the smart one.
Yes. Yeah, he was the only sane motherfucker on the entire ship.
Which one?
Smith, the mechanic, the pilot mechanic.
The pilot. The one who smoked. The one you gave the
one who just wanted to get the fuck out all the time.
Yeah, the one who was repairing the hull with, it looked like tin foil and
I have it
caulk.
I have it on good authority that he asked for those rewrites in the script because he just wanted out of the movie and they wouldn't let him. So he's like, if I can't get out of the movie, I just want out of the ship. So.
Perfect.
Yeah, mine's going to go to the ship just for going to another dimension, getting possessed or becoming woke or, whatever it is the fucking ship
you think
did.
the ship was alive?
I don't know. I don't really care. The ship was the one that was causing all the hallucinations. So, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but it wasn't possessed. The ship was not alive. There was an entity alive in the ship. There's a difference.
I can see either way. I mean, it was so nebulous in its writing that you could make a case for either position.
The only case I really want to make is that I never, ever, 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 ever have to fucking watch this movie again.
Exactly.
It's getting deleted after this.
All right, so next week we are going to be watching the movie where a bank teller discovers he's actually an NPC inside a brutal open-world video game. It stars your favorite Ryan Reynolds, Jodie Comer, and Taika Waititi is also in this. So we're going to be discussing the new movie Free Guy next week. It opens next weekend. We're going to be discussing it next weekend. This will be released shortly after it opens. So
we're all going to get the Delta Plus variant next weekend.
Yep.
It's going to be fun.
We're all going to go to the theater, deep French all the strangers.
I just lick the seats.
You better be careful. Those seats might get you pregnant.
That's right.
What?
Oh, he missed that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You weren't on that episode.
You weren't
yeah,
on
that's how
that
Wanda
episode.
got pregnant.
That's how Wanda got pregnant. Is she
sat down on the
tainted
couch. Yeah.
Couch, yeah.
Oh.
You'll have to tune in on Friday when WandaVision comes out.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll be sure to do that.
Fuck you.
What was that? Did you just fart?
It was a wet turd.
No, it was me doing with the thumbs down, but you guys can't see it because it's a podcast.
Right. So you're pulling a Rob.
I didn't give a shit if you could see it or not. I just wanted to hear that.
This is all for our watchers, okay?
We have watchers?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Your mom likes watchers.
Mm.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I apologize. I greatly apologize for this episode. That's all we got for this week. Our intro and outro music is Welcome Home by Cambo. Podcrawl music is Snack Bix My Chet. If you like the show, please rate and review us on iTunes. You can leave us feedback on our Discord channel at smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Discord. On Twitter at status_podcast. Or you can email us at smokinganddrinkinginspace@outlook.com. If you'd like to throw a few nickels our way, you can become a Patreon supporter by going to smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Patreon. Or this week, I'm Jason.
You think Woke Crowley's got to be better than you doing my mom?
I don't know. Your mom likes it when Rope Crowley does her.
What? Yeah. No.
We'll talk to you next week.
Wait, he was the captain that was on Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse.
Was fucking Lawrence Fishburne on Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse?
Cowboy Curtis.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I didn't watch much fucking Pee Wee's Playhouse.
He was fucking Cowboy Curtis, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Search on the fly before it even starts.
Yeah, now I'm looking it up. Lawrence Fishburne, Pee Wee. Let's take a look here.
Cowboy
Fishburne.
Curtis.
Cowboy
Yep.
Curtis. I was right. Yeah, boy.
Oh man, he had some hair too.
Yeah, he did. He had that Jerry curl
Holy
going.
shit.
Yeah, Cowboy Curtis, baby.
All right.
It's the worst Pee Wee Herman impression I've ever done.
No, that wasn't right.
That is terrible. That's just Rob.